So guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to this week's Team of the Week predictions. Now before we talk about my Team of the Week 3 predictions, I want to talk about Team of the Week 2. And the reason I want to talk about it is because EA last week ignored some really obvious players that should, in my opinion, have gotten in form. So I just want to talk about them quickly. Walker Zimmerman scored twice as a centre-back in a 2-0 win, did not get an inform. Trossard, a Belgian Pro League player, scored a hat-trick in a win, didn't get an inform. Pablo Sarabia got 3 assists and a goal and didn't get an inform. Like, those performances from all 3 of them should guarantee an inform. That's incredible, especially 2 goals for a centre-back. 2 goals and a clean sheet should guarantee a player an inform in the Team of the Week, in my opinion. But EA ignored all 3 of them, and I can't believe it, to be honest. So, yeah, basically the message I'm trying to get across is predicting Team of the Weeks in FIFA 19 is hard, and although a player might seem like he's almost guaranteed an inform, he's actually not guaranteed an inform. So, yeah, there's been some wild Team of the Week selections. Anyway, I'm rambling. Guys, if you could leave a like on the video, that would be muchly appreciated. Comment below your thoughts and let me know who you think will get an inform this week. And subscribe if you're new. Let's get into my predictions. Just quickly before we get into my predictions, on the screen right now are 4 potential informs. Now, these are players who I think could feature in the upcoming Team of the Week, but I haven't selected for my predictions. We start with Drexler. That German cam, he got 3 assists and man of the match in a 3-1 win. Now, normally, that would be a guaranteed inform, but I don't know if EA will include it, so hence why I've put him on this page instead of in my predictions. Paco Alcacer got himself 2 goals in a 4-2 win for Borussia Dortmund as they came back from being 2-0 down to win 4-2. Also in that game, Sancho got himself 2 assists. Harry Kane scored twice in a 2-0 win for Tottenham against Huddersfield. I don't think 2 goals will be enough for a high-rated Harry Kane to get an inform at this stage in FIFA, but I could be wrong. The final player on this page is Kazri. He scored twice in a 2-0 win for his side against Monaco. In my opinion, that performance deserves an inform, but I don't think EA will go for it. Anyway, let's now get into my actual predictions. Okay, here we go then. My actual predictions. I'm actually going to go with 3 goalkeepers this week because I couldn't decide which goalkeeper to drop. In previous Team of the Weeks, in previous FIFAs, EA have gone with 3 goalkeepers, but they normally go with 2, but there could be a third one thrown in this week. We will see. Anyway, we begin with Valencia's goalkeeper, Neto. He saved a penalty and made 5 other saves in a 1-0 win against Real Sociedad. Next to him is Terracciano? I'm terrible with names. This guy made 10 saves in a 1-1 draw with AC Milan. Now, fair enough, his team didn't win the game, but this guy put in an inform-worthy performance. 10 saves is pretty mad whether he conceded or not. Finally, on the end, we have Jordi Masip, who made a penalty save, made 7 other saves, and helped his side keep a clean sheet as they beat Villarreal 1-0. Moving on to the outfielders, we've got some defenders on the screen right now. We'll begin by talking about Harry Maguire. He got himself a goal and helped Leicester keep a clean sheet in a 2-0 win against Newcastle. Also, I have to mention, Premier League defender-wise, there is another candidate. Johnny of Wolves got himself a goal in a 2-0 win against Southampton. I don't think Maguire and Johnny will both get an inform. It'll be one or the other, and as you can see, I have favoured Maguire. Next to him is Maicon, the Brazilian from Galatasaray. Well, no, the Galatasaray player from Brazil would be the best way to phrase it. He got himself the only goal in a 1-0 win for Galatasaray, so a goal and a clean sheet for him. Will that be enough to see him get an inform? Finally, on the end, we have Kolarov. Now, he played in 2 matches in the past week. On Wednesday, he got himself a goal in a 3-1 win against Lazio. And on the weekend, he got himself a goal in a 4-0 win for Roma. So 2 goals over 2 games this past week for Kolarov. Will he get an inform? Who knows? We shall see. I do have 2 more defenders to speak about before we move on to the midfielders. Ismaily got himself 2 assists in a 6-1 win for Shakhtar Donetsk. In that same game, Malos scored twice. So we could have an inform Malos in the upcoming Team of the Week, but as you can see from the footage in the background, I have gone for the Brazilian defender instead. The final defender I want to talk about this week is Lazaro. Now this guy, I believe, played right back for Hertha Berlin. Now in this game, he got an assist and man of the match as Hertha Berlin beat Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich don't lose often in the Bundesliga, so normally when they do lose, an inform comes for the opposition team. So That's why I've come to the conclusion to go for Lazaro. Duda scored 1 goal in that game, and Ibisevic got a goal in that game as well, but I don't think a goal will get them the inform, so I've opted for the right back who got man of the match instead. Moving on into the midfielders. On the left we have Gylfi Sigurdsson, in the middle we have Acosta of DC United, and on the end we have Freddie Guarin. So we'll start with Gylfi. He got himself 2 goals and man of the match in Everton's 3-0 win against Fulham. In the middle is Acosta. He got himself a goal and 3 assists in a 5-0 win for DC United against Montreal. Now in that same game, Wayne Rooney scored 2 goals. So, the inform's going to go to either Acosta or Rooney. I would say that Acosta deserves it more for having more input, but I could definitely see EA putting out an inform Rooney this week. So, keep an eye out on that one. On the end is Freddie Guarin. He got himself a goal and 2 assists in a 3-1 win for his side in the Chinese Super League. Okay, this next page is pretty awesome. We have 3 pretty damn good looking potential informs. We'll start by talking about Neymar. Now, he actually featured in 2 games over the past few days. Midweek, he got himself a goal in a 4-1 win for PSG, and on the weekend, he scored twice in a 3-0 win for PSG. So he scored a hat-trick over 2 games. Is that enough to get him an inform? Maybe, maybe not. I feel that EA could throw him into this week's Team of the Week. That will definitely bring attention to Team of the Week 3 if they do. Cavani scored 2 goals in PSG's midweek win, so Cavani could also be a potential inform. But yeah, I've gone for Neymar. Will he get it? Will he not? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, moving on. Andre Silva scored twice as his side beat Real Madrid 3-0. I think this inform is guaranteed. I think. And it should be, to be fair. 2 goals in a thrashing of Real Madrid surely is enough to see him get an inform. The final player on the screen is Eder. He's got 2 goals and an assist in a 5-2 win in the Chinese Super League. In the same game, Alex Teixeira got a goal and 2 assists, so either one of them could get an inform, but I've gone with Eder because obviously he scored more goals. Next up is Poulsen. This guy plays for RB Leipzig and he scored twice in a 2-1 win against Hoffenheim. And can I just say, if this inform happens, it might actually be really freaking good because he's got a good bit of pace about him, he's pretty strong, and he's huge. He's a very tall striker, and target men in FIFA 19 are pretty good. So I think Poulsen will be pretty good, and it would be a nice inform if it happens. In the middle, we have Felipe Anderson. He got himself a goal and man of the match as West Ham beat Man United 3-1. I think an inform could come from that game, and I think if it's anyone, it could be Felipe Anderson. On the end, we have Ever Banega. He got himself 2 goals in a 3-1 win for Sevilla. Right then, we're on the second to last page now. We'll start by talking about Moussa Dembele. This guy scored twice and got man of the match in a 3-0 win for Lyon. Now, I'm fully aware that he currently is in packs as a one-to-watch card. However, that has not stopped EA giving out informs before. He'll simply be an inform in packs as soon as one-to-watch is over. So, yeah, potential Dembele this week. Mandzukic is in the middle. He got himself 2 goals in a 3-1 win against Napoli. I definitely think an inform will come from that game, and I think Mandzukic is the lead candidate. Obviously, in that game, Ronaldo got 2 assists, but I don't think 2 assists is enough to see a 94 rated card get boosted. The final player on this page is Finnbogason. He got himself a hat-trick, so he should be guaranteed an inform, right? And then there were 3. These are the final 3 players in my Team of the Week 3 predictions. We'll start by talking about Raheem Sterling. He got himself a goal and an assist and a very high match rating as Man City beat Brighton 2-0. Islamovic got himself a hat-trick in a 3-1 win. And then finally, on the end, we have a central Marco Reus card. He got himself 2 goals and an assist as Borussia Dortmund won 7-0. So as you can imagine, a lot of potential informs from Dortmund this week because they won 7-0 and they won 4-2. So yeah, we could have more than one inform from Dortmund this week. But as it stands, I'm just predicting one, and I'm predicting a central Marco Reus, and that card will be fantastic if it's given. So guys, this is my prediction for the upcoming Team of the Week. The starting 11 is on the screen right now, and in a moment, we'll get onto the bench and reserves. I've had a lot of comments on previous Team of the Week prediction videos asking me to show the full team at the end, so, here you go, here it is. So the starting 11, who would you want to pack? Obviously Neymar, obviously Reus, Felipe Anderson looks like he'd be pretty awesome too, and Kolarov would be an incredible left back. Pace isn't as important in FIFA 19, and that Kolarov card looks decent to me. Inform Sterling would also be nice to pick up. On the bench and reserves, there are still some pretty good players to watch out for. Moussa Dembele's inform could be pretty damn OP. That Maicon card looks pretty solid. And Freddie Guarin's inform would definitely intrigue me, because I don't know how long you guys have been playing Ultimate Team, but Freddie Guarin used to be an absolute monster in FIFA Ultimate Team. So if that card is anything like his previous Ultimate Team cards, it will be a very useful inform. Anyway guys, we're coming to the end of the video now. Also Poulsen. Poulsen would be an awesome inform if that happens. Anyway, like I said, we're getting to the end of the video now. If you have enjoyed it, please remember to leave a like on the video. Comment below your thoughts. Let me know who you think will get an inform in the upcoming Team of the Week. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will catch you in the next one.